Hey everyone, welcome back to the OurSociety Experiment and this week's Making the Movement weekly vlog. In this week's episode, we're going to talk about our new users, how many new users we've added so far, the current strategy. We're only 25 days away from election, so we're going to be talking about that. And then we'll also kind of cover some ideas for future expansion of content and how we deliver our content about systemic reformation. Hey everyone, how are you? This is Making the Movement on the Move. Right, so guys, I have to tell you, this has probably been one of the most exciting weeks of the OurSociety Experiment. We are 25 days away from the November 6th election here in the state of New Jersey, and we are starting to see the candidates roll in. Normally we were adding, prior to this week, we were adding about, 2 candidates a week. So far this week we've added 5 candidates. I have 2 more who are potentially supposed to onboard before the end of the weekend. Which would make for 7 candidates. I'm about to jam. It's Friday. I'm working from home today, and I'm about to jam out probably another like 4 hours of social media outreach to candidates on our list to follow up with those letters we sent. So, I mean, we are just starting to see the fruits of a year and a half worth of labor and getting these candidates on board, which is really exciting. The counterpoint to that, right, some strategy, some area for improvement is improving the citizen user base. Right now, I believe we have 225 citizen users, approximately. So I'm looking to get that to 1,000 in the next 3 weeks. So that's going to be a real big challenge, especially because our budget is so small. We'll be sending out like a donation email this upcoming Monday, Tuesday is our email blast, along with a new blog post. So that's something I'm really excited about. And then ideally we'll plan some more outreach campaigns, just some kind of physical outreach, kind of getting on the floor, hitting the ground. Because we have so many candidates now in a wide variety of towns in New Jersey, it is challenging to kind of do outreach because our time is so limited. Being a nonpartisan nonprofit, it's really important that anything we do, we have the capacity to do for all of our candidates, right? It's not fair to go hand out flyers in a town where one person exists and not do it for the other 15 candidates who are on the platform. And that presents kind of a unique challenge because we don't have a ton of money, so our reach is kind of limited that way. And we also don't have a ton of time, so we actually physically just don't have the time the next 25 days to go and knock on everyone's door. I wish I did, but I still have a for-profit business to run at this time, and it's that's obviously something I really enjoy, and it also pays the bills, right? So I have to do that as well. So just time is limited. Our society is a completely volunteer effort. So, just thinking out loud here, there's a lot of excitement, a lot of positive energy, a lot of things that are really falling into place with the OurSociety Experiment and with our access to candidates and citizens. So we're just going to keep grinding and pushing. If you're at home and you're watching this and you're like, you know what, in the next 25 days, I can spare some time. If you can spare an hour here and there, let us know, because I can hook you up. I can have you message candidates on the platform. We have a log that we're keeping and just kind of pinging people on Facebook. So far, we're kind of going off the log of the 2,164 candidates that we sent letters to. And so far, the craziest part about this, and I've been telling people this, but I wanted to share it with you publicly, is about no more than 85%, maybe even less than 90%. I haven't done the actual calculation recently because I was working on some yesterday. But people who are running for local office have no internet presence. We're actually messaging them on their direct Facebook. They don't have a campaign Facebook. They don't have a campaign website. So this really reaffirms the purpose for our society. Because many of these local elections don't really get the attention that they traditionally would as a higher profile election, like a Senate or congressional race or a House race, all three of those being the same, it doesn't really give the same amount of exposure. So by deepening access through the OurSociety platform, we're really not only providing a service to citizens, but also to the candidates, because many of them don't have an online presence. And using our Google Ad grants, we're able to kind of expand their reach even more, which I'm really excited about. Now, that kind of gives us kind of an update on where we are with our society. So let's talk to you about some feedback. And I would love your comments below about this idea, if you guys have a sec to kind of give us feedback. So Our blog posts have been pretty frequent and pretty consistent over the past couple months of really just being every Tuesday we post a new blog post. And really our blog posts are focused on systemic transformation, where the vlog right now is kind of like the updates on the project. The blog, the written blog, is more of a kind of expansive vision of the future, an expansive vision of the underlying theme behind our society, which is systemic alternatives. Rethinking our institutions, reimagining society in a way that is not limited by the paradigm of thought that kind of seems almost natural to us today, but is really just constructed, right? A single form of market economy, laws between property and contract, the way we educate people, the way we access our democracy. These are things that are systemic. And I'm wondering if, when providing content to you, would you prefer it in an audio version? Like, should we also record the writing? Would that be easier to access? That would be something I would love your feedback on. Something we can totally do. It wouldn't take much more time, and we can totally prep it. When we upload the articles, we can even have in the article just like a little either an embedded player or a link to download the audio if you want to listen to it on your iPhone or your Android on the way to work. Because I really believe that these ideas are incredibly valuable in reshaping the way we think, and more importantly, just opening our mind, our imagination to the possible. Because with the things that are going on today, I mean, at this point in this blog, we're like fresh off that new climate change report. I just don't see how our current systemic way of thinking is going to solve this. So we really need some new ideas. We need some new ideas for the future. And that, at its core, is the OurSociety Experiment, alternative visions of the future. So I would love your feedback. Should we record our blogs? Should we visually read them and provide them in an audio format as well as a written format? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and share it. We only have 30 subscribers, but we've been doing this for a while, and I would really appreciate some more feedback on how we can improve the value that we offer you and the service we're providing. Thanks so much, everyone, for tuning in to this week's OurSociety Experiment and this week's Making the Movement. We'll catch you guys next week.